I am of a place called Valea lui Mihai. It's in Transylvania, on the Romanian side of the Romanian-Hungarian border. We were deported in May of 1944. I was age 12. We wound up in Auschwitz. The wagons opened, and everybody yelling, screaming, Schnell, Mara, get out, and guards with dogs all over. I was too naive to understand what was happening and the implications. At night, the burning hair and flesh was something awful, constantly smelling it, and the flames going out in 3 or 4 feet high out of the chimneys.
I think for survivors to survive, it took definitely a lot of luck, and also it takes courage, moral courage and bravery to actually overcome all the challenges.
Cruelty, it is beyond my understanding. I'm a witness to it, and yet I don't understand it.
We're still capable of that kind of cruelty and hatred, but I think that learning about the Holocaust shows us that what hatred can do to the world.
I was liberated May 6, 1945. I was liberated by the United States Army. Forgive me, but that still chokes me up. I was liberated by the 11th Armored Division, United States Army. I wanted to find the liberators because I wanted to thank them in person what they did for me. God bless America.
So my grandfather was around my age when he was liberated, and I just can't think about what he saw and what he had to do to just survive every day.
My 2 children decided we shall go back on the 70th anniversary of the liberation of Mauthausen that Grandpa was liberated in. I wanted my grandchildren to see where I came from and their roots.
The things he's told me about from when he was there, I got to see them firsthand, and it just changed me.
I think the most important lesson that I learned from the trip is to remain Jewish, because before the Holocaust in Europe, there were millions of Jews, and then after the Holocaust, there were no Jews in Europe. And I think that it's just important to continue your Jewish heritage.
One of the main lessons for my grandchildren from this trip, never again to sink in its true meaning.
I think the Holocaust is definitely not ancient history. I think it's still relevant in many ways. There's similar anti-Semitism going on in Europe right now. Definitely a very scary world.
When we crossed the Polish border, they got kind of real upset because up until then they were hoping we were heading to some work camp. The Holocaust Memorial Center, it's important because it reminds all of us not to push it out of our minds through negligence. Things may transpire what otherwise could be prevented through vigilance, which the Holocaust Center provides for us in form of memory and understanding human nature.
I think the Holocaust Memorial Center is important because it shows people what just simple hatred can do, what anti-Semitism can do.
So all German uniforms and memorabilia, education, education, education. We need to teach about the Holocaust, so never again. We want to do everything in our power to prevent from history to repeat itself.
I think the Holocaust Memorial Center helps people understand that just simple prejudices can just turn into a genocide. I think that such things can be prevented if just people speak up.
We have not learned, we are neglecting to stop the maniacs that are out there trying to do away with us. We are aware of beheadings. We are not in the Middle Ages. We should know better than that. We have to be very vigilant. Freedom isn't free.
I think that one person can make a difference because all you need is one person to start something big.
When I have children, I'm definitely going to teach them about their great-grandfather and show them how prejudice, stereotyping, hatred can have such an impact in the world. I'm also going to teach them how my grandpa taught me to always be grateful, to be happy with what I have, and I want to tell them how lucky they are that we live the lives that we do.